Okay, so now let's do the same thing, but with the second story that we're going to look at. This is the one that some of you have done your own story mapping for this week. So again, you'll see I've split it into 3 sections. So let's do this top bit in blue. Can anybody remember what we call this top bit? That's right, it's called the introduction. In our introduction, there's my emails going off. In my introduction, can you remember the key things that you have to think about? So we find out where Traction Man goes, and in this case, he's going to Planet Duvet. And we also find out what he's wearing. And this time, he's wearing his latex spacesuit and his Perspex helmet. So because he's going into space, he's wearing a spacesuit and a helmet. That makes sense to me. Now, this next bit, who can remember what we call this bit in the middle? It's our problem. That's it. And in the problem, what do we usually find out there? That's it. We find out our bad guy. In this case, it's the evil pillows because the farm animals were being held captive by the evil pillows. And we also find out the problem. So in the last story, the last adventure we looked at, the problem was Traction Man was being enveloped and suffocated. This time, the problem is the farm animals are being held captive. That means they're being held prisoner by the evil pillows. So in the problem, we've met the bad guys and we've found out the problem. So then, what do I call this last bit? Remember, I left that black. The posh word was resolution, but we're going to call it our ending. And in the ending, we find out how Traction Man saves the day. And in this case, he jumped on the pillows wearing his rocket boots. And all the farm animals rejoiced and said, "Hooray for Traction Man!" So again, you can see it follows that same structure of our introduction, where we find out where he's going and what he's wearing. Then we have our problem, where we meet the bad guys and find out what the problem is. And then the end, the problem is solved. Okay? So they're the things when you are acting out your own Traction Man mission today that you need to think about. So let's just go through it. The first thing you need to consider is where Traction Man is. Where is Traction Man going to be going on your mission? Now, it can be anywhere. And remember, you're making it up. So it doesn't matter. He can be climbing mountains. He could be going inside caves, which could maybe be somewhere like under your duvet or bed at home. He could be going underwater like he does in The Sing. Maybe he could be going in the bath. He could be going through the jungle, which might be your garden. He could even be going into outer space. It's completely up to you. Doesn't matter. You decide where Traction Man's going to go on this adventure. And once you've decided that, you then need to decide, what's he going to be wearing? Now, here are all the sorts of things that appear in the story that we've just read, but you might need him to be wearing something else. You might need a spacesuit. You might need a swimsuit. I don't know. It completely depends on where he is going on your mission. So for the first thing you need to do is decide where is Traction Man going and what is he wearing. Then after that, you've got to decide who your bad guys are. Now, if we have a look at the story, we've got pillows. We had Professor Spade, the wicked Professor Spade. We had a brush who was created a dust storm. We even had socks and cupcakes. So you've now got to go around your house and see if you can find some things that you think will make a good bad guy. I've added a picture here of some examples. Maybe you could have some scissors, or maybe a skipping rope that could tie him up, or maybe sellotape that could wrap him up and capture him. Maybe a spoon, or even your favourite teddy or toy could become evil and try and capture poor Traction Man. Once you've decided on your bad guys, then you can play and act out your problem. What do these bad guys do? Is there someone that needs rescuing in your house? Could it be your favourite dollies that need to be saved? It can be anything. It's completely up to you.